You are being manipulated right now.
Not necessarily by me, but by someone in your life, a charming partner, a helpful coworker, or even an influencer convincing you to buy things you don't need. The scary truth is that psychological manipulation happens every day, and most victims never realize it until it's too late. But today, that changes. After studying behavioral psychology and analyzing real-life cases, we have uncovered the 10 most dangerous manipulation tactics that can ruin relationships and drain bank accounts.
The good news?
Once you know these tricks, you'll spot them instantly and never fall victim again.
Let's dive into the countdown of the top 10 psychological tricks used to manipulate you daily.
Love bombing is a relationship trap where someone overwhelms you with extreme affection, gifts, and future promises to create immediate dependency. They might text constantly and call you their soulmate after just 2 dates, creating a dopamine high that makes it hard to leave later. When you hesitate or set a boundary, they often switch tactics to guilt trip you, claiming you don't love them enough.
To fight back, watch for excessive early intensity, as healthy relationships develop gradually.
Test their respect by saying no to a small request. If they get angry, you've spotted the trap. Gaslighting is the ultimate mind warp where someone denies facts and twists stories to make you question your own memory and sanity.
A classic example is when a partner denies sending threatening texts and instead suggests you have trust issues that need therapy.
This tactic erodes your confidence until you rely entirely on their version of reality, leaving you feeling crazy and confused. Red flags include being called too sensitive or constantly apologizing for misremembering events.
Your best defense is to keep written records or secret recordings, when legal, to anchor yourself in the truth.
This slippery slope tactic starts with a tiny, easy favor, like covering a single shift, which then escalates into much larger demands. A Yale study found that people who agree to small requests are 76% more likely to comply with larger, more burdensome demands later.
Manipulators will remind you of your previous help to guilt you into continuing the pattern of compliance.
You will spot this trap when requests grow incrementally and the person uses your past generosity against you. Shut it down firmly by stating that your previous help was a one-time exception and your answer to the new request is no. Fear and false scarcity trigger panic buying by creating a sense of urgency, such as claiming only 3 items are left when supplies are actually plentiful. This brain hack activates the amygdala, which overrides your logical thinking and forces you to act on impulse rather than reason. You will see this tactic in dating apps urging you to message before they deactivate, or sales pitches claiming prices double at midnight. To resist this pressure, always ask yourself if you can have 24 hours to decide. Manipulators will resist giving you time because their power relies on your immediate, emotional reaction. The reverse psychology double bind works by telling you that you can't afford something or handle a situation, which triggers your pride to overspend or prove them wrong. For example, a car salesman might claim a model is too advanced for you, prompting you to buy it immediately to prove him wrong. This psychological warfare is particularly effective on stubborn or competitive individuals who need to win the interaction. The key to outplaying them is to pause whenever someone says you cannot do something. Ask yourself if you actually want the item or if you are just reacting to their challenge. A Trojan horse compliment sounds nice on the surface but implies something negative, such as saying, "You're so brave for wearing that," which suggests your outfit is questionable. This backhanded compliment lowers your self-esteem while allowing the speaker to maintain plausible deniability by claiming they were just being honest. It stings because it disguises criticism as praise, leaving you feeling defensive and unsure. To spot the poison, pay attention to compliments that make you feel worse rather than better. Your perfect response is to ask, "What exactly did you mean by that?" which forces them to clarify their insult. Strategic vulnerability involves sharing fake or exaggerated secrets to trick you into revealing your own real vulnerabilities in return. For instance, a coworker might confess they struggle with deadlines to make you admit you do too, giving them leverage to use against you later. This tactic exploits your natural empathy and desire to connect by creating a false sense of intimacy and trust. The best defense mechanism is to match their level of vulnerability rather than oversharing your personal struggles. By keeping your cards close to your chest, you prevent manipulators from gathering ammunition to use against you. The illusion of choice gives you two options that both benefit the manipulator, such as asking, "Do you want to argue now or after dinner?" when you don't want to argue at all. This tactic is commonly used in parenting, toxic workplaces, and abusive relationships to limit your agency while making you feel like you have a say. The power move here is to invent option C, which completely bypasses their false dichotomy. You can assert your boundary by stating, "Actually, I choose to discuss this calmly tomorrow," effectively taking control of the conversation. Social proof manipulation pressures you to conform by claiming everyone is doing it, exploiting your fear of being left out or judged. Solomon Ash's experiments proved that 75% of people will deny obvious truths just to fit in with the group, highlighting the immense power of herd mentality. Manipulators use this to make you question your own judgment if you disagree with the majority. To resist the herd, ask yourself, who exactly is everyone, and request data to back up their claims. This simple question often exposes the lack of evidence behind their social pressure tactics. The coin of sin tactic involves a manipulator reminding you of all they have done for you to make you feel like you owe them an indefinite repayment. This creates a toxic dynamic where healthy relationships are replaced by a scorekeeping mentality that drains your energy and resources. Manipulators use this guilt to justify unreasonable demands, claiming you are ungrateful if you don't comply. To shut this down, acknowledge their help but set a clear boundary, saying, "I appreciate what you've done, but that doesn't mean I owe you X." Healthy relationships do not keep score, and you should not be held hostage by past favors. And there you have it, the top 10 psychological tricks manipulators use to control your mind and actions. Recognizing these patterns is the first step toward reclaiming your autonomy and protecting your mental well-being. Remember, manipulators target those with strong empathy, but their power disappears the moment you see through their tricks. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these manipulation tactics have you encountered in your own life? Share your story in the comments below, as your experience might help someone else spot a red flag before it's too late. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more insights into understanding human behavior.